everyone, my name is Gondisa Matigizela and I'll be your host for this channel. This channel is for educational purposes and a bit of entertainment, if I may say. So I'll start by explaining what is Umphetli Wemfundo, as this is our first upload and what it is about. Lucky us, today we have the founder of Umphetli Wemfundo Foundation. Where do I start with this man? Because he has done so much in his years of existence. I'm not talking about academics only. Even though he has masters in engineering and he's an engineer, a senior engineer at ESCOM, I'm talking about his input in the communities. He is made for the people, he is for the people, and I don't know what to say. Please help me welcome Mr. Malusi Musawenkosi Matonzi in his channel, by the way. So what about Matonzi?
Siyabonga Msuthu, siyabingelela ninjani?
Siyaphila njani?
Siyaphila nathi.
Can you please start by telling us about your background? Because we want to understand where you come from, where this, you working with people, so much love, so much giving back to the community. We would like to understand where you come from. So can you tell us about your background, where you grew up, your high school years, your school background, everything, literally your background.
Thanks Msuthu. I'm Malusi Matonzi, as you've alluded to. I've grown up I was given birth in an area called Ukhovuti in Mandeni area, and that's where I've grown up. I've studied lower primary at Inembe Primary School. I went further to higher primary Kwasola, and unfortunately the homestead that I'm coming from is also Kwasola. That school, it was named after my homestead, so it's Kwasola. So I've studied there. I went all the way to high school, where I went to Mbotlablum High School. But this love of helping people and working with people, it started way back, because I'm from the family whereby my grandmother was more into farming. She was farming with cattle, she was farming with sugarcane, she was also farming with beans and milling it. So what normally happened there, we would partake in all those activities that were taking place at home. We would assist her, and yes, and she was assisting people in the process, and that's why it got into me. So yeah, all the way when I went to the university, then having faced some challenges, so I understood
how it's to suffer.
How to suffer at the university, and I wouldn't have liked someone to undergo the very same thing.
Oh, that's what triggered Umphetli Wemfundo, because that was my next question. I was going to ask, what triggered this foundation?
Okay, basically Umphetli Wemfundo was triggered by me venturing into students' accommodation.
Okay.
Firstly, I've in 2014 I've started this business of student accommodation, and Umphetli Wemfundo House is the first house that we had. So on that process, when we were just busy busy operating in the student accommodation, we could pick it up that now and then there are a lot of challenges that students are facing. One of them is those students who are always being defunded, and now you have to chase students out. But
because they don't have funds.
Because they don't have funds. But with my conscience, I wouldn't have done that. So you find out that we've got 100% occupieds, but the returns on the revenue is about 70%. So basically what happened now, I've started something, a little thing called Umalusi, Wasentungwane, Kaskari. So this is just based on my birth, because I'm a child who's called Umladwane in Zulu. So I was given birth to by the daughter of Umphetli and by the daughter of Umabalega. Maybe if I can just say to get to where did it start from. Basically what happened, then we've got that small thing called Umalusi Wasentungwane Kaskari. Umalusi is my name. Wasenhlungwane is my grandfather. My grandfather is uQoba manzi aphuma ensikaneni. Ntombuqhiza lapha nje uyamthanda noNtshali.
Hayi, ngathi ngasukuma ngishaye one gate.
Mabaleka obaleke khona komtshali kufika lonke. Umpunzi bayidunile abawakhuzwayo. Bayigayela amadombolo. Engazi bona impunzi igayela amadombolo. Umame wasenhlungwane uyadela ngoba uhlala udla inyama. That's where that Nhlungwane part comes from. Then
Your roots.
that's my root. Because remember that me as a child who's Umlanjwane belongs to the grandparents. So from there, that's my grandfather's side. Then on my grandmother's side, then she is intombi ka Skali uyobuya sinda unjengendlu. Okasunduza amavakana asondlondlweni.
And your accommodations are named after them?
Yes, all my accommodations are named after them. So ingwenya ekhishwe kumavundule, yathi khishwe kumavundule yakhonjwa komhumo, yathi khonjwe komhumo yakhonjwa endlondlweni. Okaskali uyobuya sinda unjengendlu. So it comes from there. That Skali uyasinda unjengendlu. It was just honoring my grandparents who are my parents in our Zulu culture. So that's how it came about. Then we've progressed with this little thing that I've started. We've progressed, and we had all these challenges whereby students are being defunded. Some students are no longer having funds to pay for accommodation, but you can't chase them out. So I said and asked myself, what is it that you can do for the community? Because there is indeed a need for us to do something different. So now I've thought about it, that then now this little thing that I have, it have to start. It has started already to contribute now into this fund of Umphethu Mfundo Foundation, so that there can be revenues there which will cater for these students. But now no longer students who are only disadvantaged in terms of being defunded or whatever. Now it will also cater for students who are from the inception coming into the university.
Okay. Before we go any further, I want to ask, you're talking about you've had challenges before with your students staying in your accommodations, them being defunded and everything. But have you ever assisted students before? Like, if so, how have you assisted students before? Before Umphethu Mfundo Foundation, have you ever assisted students before?
Yes, before that I've assisted lots of students. I've assisted lots of students in a form of registration fees, in a form of accommodation being provided to them. It's quite a number of them. Just we do it anonymously.
Oh, this is not new. You've been doing it undercover.
No, it's not new. Right now, it's just coming out there so that you can even get.
I can attest to that because I'm one of your students. I've been one of your students, and I'm funded this year, not by the foundation, but I'm funded undercover, as we have said. I'm funded with accommodation. Okay. I also wanted to know, how will you raise funds for this foundation?
Yeah, all the funds that are here in this foundation are from this little thing that I spoke about. Umalusi Wasenhlungwane. Everything is coming from there, and some of the funds are coming from me.
Okay. Personally, you?
Yeah, personally.
Oh, wow. Okay.
From me. Because there's something that my mom taught me. My mom taught me that your success will never be judged by how do you live, how fancy life do you live. It's basically about you pulling up
other
others.
people. Okay. It's about how much you give back to the community.
It's all about how much do you assist other needy people.
Okay. So you raise your fund by yourself from your accommodations.
Yes.
Okay. So I hear you, and you've been helping students for a very long time. I want to know for this foundation, like how will you select students to fund? Like, can you unpack the model of this organization for the audience and for everyone who would like to know about the foundation, like the selection criteria and everything?
Okay, there are going to be 3 bursary schemes. There are going to be 4 bursary schemes. The first one, it's a merit bursary, whereby everyone can apply. Then the second one, it will be, that one is still not yet in action, but is proposed. What's going to be happening there? You're going to be having these chiefs, the kings, who will give us the land, who will work the land. They will give they will give the land to the foundation. The foundation will work the land on whatever basis that is suitable for the area. We work that land with the people of the community. After working that land, the funds that will be, or any proceeds that will be achieved from there, they will be ring-fenced just for that specific community. So meaning that people from that particular community will then, the students from that particular community, then they will be the beneficiaries of that ring-fence funds. Then this other one, it's open to anyone. Anyone can just apply. But just take note, there's mandatory fee in all this, because we're gonna be having our applications will be on our website. Yes.
Okay. Sorry to disturb you. Can we go back to the merit? Like, I think we moved fast from the merit. Can you just explain a bit? Like, some people who do not understand what merit is, can you just explain, like, stretch it a bit?
Okay. The merit bursary simply means that you have been accepted by the university, and you've got the marks that are good enough for you to be accepted by the university, and you've been accepted.
And the foundation also wants to see the marks, the grades.
Yes, the grades.
Okay.
Because remember that merit means that you will be, maybe there will be 100 people, but you will go from top-down approach.
Okay.
Yeah. It will be the highest to the lowest amongst the ones who will apply.
Do we have maybe numbers that we can throw out there? Maybe 65. We need an average of 65 in this foundation for you to qualify. We need 75. Like, can we just throw out numbers?
Yeah, in our policy document, we've indicated that we required 65%.
Okay.
In order for you to be able to apply.
Okay.
Then there is another mandatory fee. In order for you to be the beneficiary of this bursary scheme, you have to subscribe in our YouTube channel.
Okay.
So once if you haven't subscribed, it's a pity that now we're not gonna share it now, but we'll share it later. The slide that I've prepared.
Okay.
But there's a trick there. Once we in our programming, in our website, we've programmed such that if you haven't subscribed into our YouTube channel, it just kicks you out. You no longer,
the website.
Yes.
It will kick you out
it
if you
will
have
kick you out.
not subscribed.
Yes, you will not be able to proceed with the application.
Wow. Okay.
So it's very critical for your viewers to understand and note that just to be on the safe side, just subscribe.
Okay. Please
Because,
do subscribe to our YouTube channel, because you won't be funded.
Yes. So then from there, there's a third one. The third one is it's whereby we are now rewarding the people who have been most influencers. People who have done a lot, who have shared our content, who have viewed most of our content in the YouTube. They will compete amongst themselves.
Oh wow.
Then from there, their beneficiaries, they are the ones who will be eligible to apply.
Okay. So that means if I follow you on all your websites,
yes.
Like I'm on your Facebook page, I interact on your Facebook page, maybe LinkedIn,
yes.
YouTube channel. I have to be more active on the YouTube channel to be on the safe side.
Yeah, YouTube channel is the one that is most critical.
Okay.
Because even the scoring, it will be just based on the YouTube channel. How many people have you how many people have you brought into the YouTube channel? How many videos have you shared? How many times have you viewed those people as well, how much do they interact with our YouTube channel?
This one sounds fun, but what if I don't have good grades, but I do interact with your YouTube? I have subscribed and I'm referring people to your page. Maybe they are commenting with a certain number that I have that represents me, that these are my people. I've sent those people to your page. So, and I don't have the grades. I don't have the merit, as you have said. I don't qualify like as of the merit. Maybe I have 60%. Like you require 65%. I have 60%, but I do everything else. I interact and everything else.
Yeah, remember, Mamsutu, this one, it's a reward for your good work.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that we need from here, it's for you to be accepted by the university.
Okay.
Of course, the university, I'll make an example with the engineering. They want about 70% and above.
Oh,
So,
okay.
of course, if you are not accepted by the university, you're not going to be able
There's nothing we can do
to be the beneficiary of the particular fund or of the particular wing.
So if you have to interact with your grades, like you have to interact with the social media pages with your grades good. Like you must have a good merit so that you'll be eligible for the one, like for the funding of YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's just a matter of you. It's just a matter of you being accepted by the university.
Okay. No, I hear
Or by any tertiary institution.
that. Okay.
So then you will be, you will be covered.
This is my last question. I want to know what is your plan for the long term? Your plan for a long term. Let's say like you said now, you're funding this foundation from your pocket, from your accommodations and personally. Let's say you don't get positive input from other people. There's no one who's willing to assist your foundation. Like I'm talking about a long term. Like there's no one who's willing to assist your foundation, and you don't get sponsors, you don't get donors, you don't get anything. What is your plan?
This is for community by the community.
Okay.
So that's one thing that you need to understand. Whatever that we are doing here, it's not for me.
Okay.
There's one thing that my grandmother have taught me. It taught me that I've never been that much involved when it comes to farming. Because she was a farmer, as I've alluded to. But she taught me one thing, that Malusi, if you see a cow in one of my farms, just be proactive and make sure that the cow it gets removed from there.
So that it does not destroy the
So that it doesn't destroy the
plants.
plants, plantations, and so forth. So it's the same thing here. People should make it a norm to subscribe to this channel so that they can strive.
Okay.
However, on my personal capacity, I am still willing to grow it, because this number of student accommodations, as the number of student accommodation grows, the number of proceeds that will be made, it will be more, and the number of donation and the amount that will be donated to the foundation, it will also increase. It will be proportional to the proceeds that we make. So, however, if we don't get the support from the community,
Which we are hoping we'll get.
it means that we'll only rely on our student accommodations. And in order for us to increase the numbers, we'll rely on our student accommodations we'll rely on building more and more of student accommodations so that you can fund more students.
Okay.
However, if the community is willing to partake into this, then
It'll be a win.
it would be a win, because it would be fast track. Instead of funding 10 students, we can fund 100 students, because there will be more heads.
Okay.
Instead of maybe funding 60 students, we can be able to fund 120 students, just as an example.
Okay. So, as I said, that was my last question. Is there anything that you feel like is left out? Is there anything you'd like to elaborate on or to touch on before we end this interview?
Yeah, just on my side, one thing that I can say, this is a legacy it's more about the legacy of my grandmother. My grandmother was, maybe if I can be in Zulu, bekayinto abathi beyindoda. Bekayindoda because yonke into bekayenza bengesiyo, it wasn't about her, it was about community. That's why my grandmother uze kuneyibongo akujwayelekile ukuthi umuntu wesifazane abe neyibongo, abe neyibongo zakhe nje okuyezakhe. Ugogo wami izibongo zakhe zithi umphehli ngesaba ukuthi umphehli ngoba umphehli inkosazana yomuzi uphilo. Umphehli ngesaba ukuthi umphehli ngoba umphehli inkosazana yomuzi ugoqanyana. Umphehli ngesaba ukuthi umphehli ngoba umphehli inkosazana yakomhumo, umqambi wendlela yamabhizinisi akwaSola. Umqambi wendlela yamabhizinisi akwaSola umame wasehhovisi elikhulu kwaSola uSimende. Umame owakhe uSimende maqede wazembesa kuhle komuntu embethe ingubo. Uyadela uMakhasane ongibonela wena mntakamhumo uvuka utshakadula emanqulumeni umusi impabanga sikudalula. Uthi uyalala sikudalula, uthi uyalala sikudalula. Ethe uyalala zamdalula kweyaseGoli, wathi uyalala zamvusa zamdalula kuphehlwa kuphakwa kuthuthu. Wathi uyalala zamvusa zamdalula kweyaseTswane eHlokodolobha yaseNingizimu Afrika. Wathi uyalala zamvusa zamdalula kweyaseGoli. Wathi uyalala zamvusa zamdalula eNtaliyane eHlokodolobha eyaseNtaliyane eMaromeni. Wathi uyalala zamvusa zamdalula eFrance eParis eHlokodolobha yakhona eFrance kuphehlwa kuphakwa kuthuthu. Uyibinda nkosazana yomuzi, uyibinda nkosazana mame wakwaSimende, uyibinda Msuthu.
Babukeli, I want to see a picture of this grandmother because she has made such an impact. Like, she's no more, but she has left a legacy for everyone, for us, for generations to come. That was our founder of Umphehli Wemfundo Foundation. Guys, this is an exceptional foundation founded by the most generous person. Like, as umuntu wabantu, like nayibonela ukuthi umuntu wabantu. Please do follow us on our social media pages and check our website out. As Mr. Malusi had said, that if you do not participate or interact with our YouTube channel, you won't be funded. No matter what you do, if you get on our website and then you try to apply, it will kick you out because you had not subscribed on our YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. Till next time.